Jeff Indike here. By the way, Red, I hope you guys like the fact, Red, that I have this microphone, and I hope, right, you guys could hear my introductions a little bit better, right? And I'm sitting, which is always good to do. When I get off of the drum stool sometime, I remember Buddy Rich, the late great, right? He did this amazing solo, right? At the end of the solo, he said, "Medic!" You know, it was like, really, yeah, he did some solos, all right. If you guys don't know who Buddy Rich is, go on YouTube and watch Buddy Rich. He was really one of the greatest drummers. He was the greatest. He was just unbelievable. I talk a lot about him in a lot of my segments. You guys can contact me if you'd like to study with me at area code 516-263-9782. You can email me at jindyke54@gmail.com. The old email address, the drumprofessor@gmail.com and jeffindike@yahoo.com, which some people have tried to email me, is no longer in existence, so we're disabled. So my new email address is there. So you can also too Facebook me by becoming my friend. I actually like to be friends with mostly musicians. There's a lot of strange stuff going on on Facebook, so be careful who you talk to and be careful who you give information to. But anyway, you guys can also too, catch my drum education shows all over the place. I'm on the internet now. Let me right up and I can tell you. Again, 516-263-9782. Today I'm over at Sam Ash, and I'm playing on this Yamaha, and I've been having a blast on this thing because the drum set has a lot of different effects, and the effects are kind of warrant. It's almost like when I get on this thing, it's like I'm composing on the spot, and that's basically what I'm kind of giving you guys. But I'm going to dedicate this particular sequence to the late great Keith Moon. When I first had the lovely honor to begin teaching, back in the day, and I'm back teaching again. So if you guys are interested, I traveled to the home. I'm looking to eventually get a studio together, but I don't have that anymore. That white room that you guys see me in, I'm not there anymore. It was a white rubber room. It was really, really cool. I never came out of it, actually. No, I'm just kidding. But listen, a lot of guys wanted me to teach that Keith Moon fill, the thing that he did in Won't Get Fooled Again. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm working on an echo delay, which is really, really a cool sound, and it's going to kind of call and answer. So I'm going to fragment part of the idea. One of the things that I like to do in my improvs is fragment, and that's what I'm going to do today. So let's see what materializes. Now, with the echo sound, it's going to be a little bit different because I have to kind of keep things simple. Let's see what develops here. And again, really good to be here. At the end, I'll give you guys some other links that you can attach yourself to. You pick up a lot of information. There's so much good stuff up on YouTube today. Let's see what develops. The cool thing is that echo. Now the fill, that's part of that was the original fill. What I'm going to do is just play the first part of it. Welcome back to that Steve Gadd view. What was a beat there? That's it. And then, down. That's the Mozambique. My own little version of it. Triplets. Pianissimo. Fortissimo. Buddy. Buddy Rich there. That's really cool. Da-da-da-da-da-da. That was really, really good. That's it for me today, but I'm gonna write about what they call fried. You're fired. Listen, that was a lot of fun. You'll notice the way I kind of combined the way a lot of different things. What I like to do, right, is I like to float. In other words, right, I like to kind of like, well, with this echo, right, it's like really cool because I have to kind of keep things simple. There's a lot of things you really can't do, right, with these delay type things. If I start to get, right, too crazy, then what happens, right, is the technique gets lost. But then I'm not really a technical player anyway. You know, I try to go like more for the feel, you know. It's really cool, you know. I see a lot of different, you know, young guys coming up on YouTube, and, you know, a lot of these young players are just so spectacular. These kids, right, they can play. They can, you know, I can't do what these kids can do. It's amazing. But one of the things that I do notice sometimes, though, and this is just my opinion on things, is there's a lot of these young guys that are coming up and they're playing so fast. This is like unbelievable, the technical skills, right? But you know, they're so caught up in how many notes that they can play that they're really not getting into the feel and the groove, and that's kind of what I like to try to do. But then again, I've been playing a lot longer, so I kind of have gravitated to that. And there's some things I can't do. You know who's an amazing groove player? Bernard Purdie. If you can ever catch some of his things. I got a video already, it's his workshop thing. That guy, is just, his feel is so impeccable. I had the pleasure to meet him. By the way, if you go on my Facebook page, there's a picture of me and my cousin Jay, and I think my cousin Tommy and Bernard Purdie. Wow, he was really unbelievable. But anyway, you guys can contact me at area code 516-263-9782. Email me at jandyke54@gmail.com. And I mentioned to you some of the other places where you can find me. If you go to SoundCloud.com and you type in JFFINDYKE, I'm a film and television composer. I do score. So any filmmakers out there, if you like to use some of my music, I'm open. I'm definitely game for that. I play keyboards and I write a lot of my own music, and I play to a lot of my own music. And if you go to my channels and you find some different things, you'll hear me actually playing to my compositions. On SoundCloud, I'm not playing to my compositions. My compositions are just there as I put them down. I did those on a Korg X3 sound station, which I'm really proud of, as a composer. I'm not the greatest composer in the world, but I have my own little niche. If you go to ReverbNation.com and you type in ReverbNation.com/Jeff Indike again, there are some of my recorded compositions. If you go to my website, JeffIndike.com, there are 3 or 4 little sound segments up there. Not all of them are loaded properly, so you can't get them, but there's 4 or 5 of them, and they're kind of like little instructional type things. So again, I'm really down for teaching. I don't want to teach too much. I'm teaching about 3 students now. I figured I'd start small and then just work my way up. But if you're out of the area and you're interested in studying, we can do a Zoom type thing. I haven't figured out actually how to do that, but we can figure that out as we go along. Anyway, I was glad to be here, and I'm glad to present these ideas. And again, this was a really cool little thing because I mix so many different things, and you'll notice I was talking about Buddy and then Steve Gadd, and and then of course with the late great Keith Moon. Keith Moon, he was such an amazing drummer. The things that he did. I'll tell you a story, and I'll get off. On one of the shows, I think it was like the Michael Douglas show, or one of those talk shows, he appeared, and Keith blew up his drum set, and he used it like dynamite. It flipped everybody out. Tremendous explosion. Nobody was hurt, of course, but he was a little bit out there. Keith Moon was nuts. He used to destroy his drums. He was crazy. That's how he got the gig. He came up I think in the audition to the guy who was playing with and he destroyed the guy's drum set, and they hired him. I don't destroy drum sets, but I destroy rhythms, but I don't destroy drum sets. Good to be here. And as they once said, I'm actually off now to travel back to Klingon. I reside on Klingon mainly, and then I come here to do my drum education show. So keep an eye out for me. And as I always say, beam me up, Scotty. Thank you. And I love you guys, and I appreciate it. If it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be back here doing this. And it's an honor, and thank you for everybody's support and good wishes, and peace. Thank you. Push the button, Scotty. Push the button, Scotty. Ha!